On September 19, 2025, a single signature sent a shockwave from Silicon Valley to every major hospital in the country. President Donald Trump signed a proclamation. The target? America's most sought-after work visa, H-1B. The bombshell? A new mandatory $100,000 annual fee. The move is being framed as a way to protect American jobs. But does it? Or does it risk crippling the very industries that make America a global powerhouse? To figure this out, we need to break it down. First, we'll look at what this proclamation actually is and what it does. Then we'll demystify the H-1B visa itself, why it exists, and who it's for. And finally, we'll connect the dots to see the real-world impact on our economy, our healthcare, and America's future as the world's hub for innovation. Okay, so first things first. This isn't a new law passed by Congress. It's a presidential proclamation. Think of it as a formal announcement that directs government agencies, in this case, the Department of Homeland Security, to change the rules. It's a fast track for policy that's already facing a mountain of legal challenges from tech companies and immigrant rights groups. So what is this visa at the center of the storm? The H-1B is for specialty occupations. These are jobs that require, at minimum, a bachelor's degree in a specific field. There's a strict cap of just 85,000 new visas per year, chosen by a lottery. For context, there are hundreds of thousands of applicants. Crucially, employers have to pay what's called the prevailing wage, the standard salary for that job in that area. This ensures they aren't undercutting American workers. This is part of a labor condition application. Essentially, the employer attests that hiring a foreign professional won't negatively affect the wages or working conditions of U.S. workers. It's a key safeguard. The current fees are around a few $1,000s. This proclamation jacks that up to $100,000. For a mid-level engineer making $120,000, that's 83% of their salary gone. The impact goes beyond tech. About 23% of medical residents are international graduates, and thousands use H-1B visas. Will a hospital pay a $100,000 fee for a resident earning $55,000? Not likely. So if you can't hire them here, what do? You hire them over there. The pandemic already proved remote work is possible. This fee could trigger a tidal wave of offshoring. But there's a productivity trade-off. A major study from Stanford found that fully remote work can be 10% less productive than being in person. You lose out on easy communication, mentorship, and the creative energy of a shared space. As our head attorney, Chris M. Ingram, puts it, this isn't protection. It's self-sabotage, exporting jobs we claim to safeguard while eroding the innovation ecosystem that employs millions. The reaction has been swift and divided. Tech CEOs are panicking. Bindu Reddy of Abacus.ai tweeted it will kill skilled U.S. immigration and cause the U.S. to lose its tech dominance to India and China. Politicians are split. Some call it a reckless attempt to cut America off from high-skilled workers. Senator Tom Cotton praised it for putting Americans first. But academics are raising red flags, warning it's sabotage that will exile talent and cede leadership in fields like AI to Beijing. So, for the hundreds of thousands of people and companies caught in this, what's next? The key is not to panic, but to be proactive. This moment is forcing a hard look at alternative pathways to bring talent to the U.S. First up, direct green card sponsorship. Through the EB-2 or EB-3 categories, companies can sponsor a highly skilled professional for permanent residency. They have to prove no qualified U.S. workers were available for the job, but it's a permanent solution. Next, the L-1 visa, for intra-company transfers. If you're a manager or an employee with specialized knowledge who has worked for a multinational company abroad for at least a year, they can transfer you to their U.S. office. No cap, no lottery. For the superstars, there's the O-1A visa for extraordinary ability. This is for individuals at the very top of their field. Think major awards, publications, or critical roles. It's a high bar, but a fast and flexible option. Finally, there are the visas you can self-petition for, meaning you don't need an employer to sponsor you. The EB-2 National Interest Waiver, for example, is for professionals whose work is vital to U.S. interests. And then there's the EB-1 for individuals with extraordinary ability, those at the absolute top of their field. This visa has a game-changing advantage that can help people from countries like India or China with an existing EB-2 petition skip the huge wait list. It allows you to keep the priority date and port it to the much faster EB-1 category. This single strategic move can cut a decade of waiting down to a matter of months. Navigating this new landscape is incredibly complex, and the time to act is now. That's why we at the law offices of Chris M. Ingram are offering a free consultation for employers and workers looking for clarity on these alternatives. We'll help you explore a tailored strategy for your specific situation. Visit our website at breakthroughusa.com to secure your path forward. And for an even more in-depth analysis, be sure to check out our dedicated playlist on this issue, where we break down every option in detail.